Speaker. We're proud of our record to date. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I'm calling Gareth Hughes.
Ngā mihi nui kia koutou kia ora. I'm sure everyone's seen the newspaper series featuring headlines such as "I almost lost hope, woman 23 lands dream home in Auckland," or "How to buy a home before you turn 30, millennial tradies get head start," or "From nothing to 2 homes, one in Auckland in 2 years." It's a bit like Instagramming food in a famine, but people are clicking these clickbait headings because in New Zealand house buying has gone from normal to unusual. I want to speak about the housing affordability crisis featured in the Vote Housing report, but I want to be honest and say, look, I'm one of the fortunate few who bought a house at the age 30. Like the newspaper series, I could have said, look, it just took a bit of hard work, bit of dedication, and an MP salary, 0% deposits, parental support, and travelling back in time 5 years before house prices got crazy high. Instead of asking why a couple in Auckland bought a house under 30, we should be asking why a whole generation is being locked out of home ownership. It's time for some home truths. Currently, the median house price in Auckland is more than $1 million. The median income is now only $23,000. House prices are now 11 times median income, putting us first or second in the developed world housing affordability league. We're seeing $100,000 annual price increases, which might make some people feel rich, but it's making the country feel poorer. Our generation is locked out of home ownership and record numbers are sleeping rough. Meanwhile, in the middle of this crisis, the government is selling thousands of state homes. That's like burning the furniture to keep warm. National's built a speculator's dream where home ownership now is at its lowest level in 60 years, and unless people's parents are wealthy, they're being locked out. So after 9 years of National, what do we see? House prices up, deposit requirements up, building costs up, rents up, people sleeping in cars up, people sleeping rough on the streets up. The only thing going down is the number of state houses. But why is it getting worse? Well, if you read the report we're debating, they're about to launch a housing affordability indicator. An indicator. It's like waiting for the weatherman to tell you your house is blowing away when you're inside it in a tornado. So let's have another home truth. National don't care. They know they won't be around in 5 or 10 years' time to be held responsible. They know the people without a home don't vote for them, so they don't care. And they, as our most self-interested, power-hungry, poll-driven government ever, know as long as they give the appearance of acting, they don't have to act. So how have they gotten away with it? Well, first, they called it a problem of success. A problem of success. When everyone else stopped laughing, they went on to Plan B, blame everyone else. First it was Labour's fault, then it was the Greens' fault, then it was the Council's fault, then it was the RMA's fault. The only person that seemed not responsible was the person most responsible, Nick Smith. Meanwhile, their mates blame millennials and other parties. They go blame immigrants. Now, the reason millennials are locked out of home ownership isn't because they're going to Bali twice a year. It isn't because they're driving a BMW on lease or have a 42-inch plasma screen and blow $200 at the bar on Friday and gorge themselves on smashed avocado brunches. It's because house prices are too high, Mr. Bishop. National, they've built a two-track society where wealthy kids get into housing, and to be blunt, if you don't have a house now, your kids probably aren't in the future. 170 years after migrants fled the class society in Britain, we're returning to the days of the landed gentry. National's housing policies might be rotten, but the foundation of New Zealanders' values that everyone deserves a house is still solid. The housing crisis hasn't been an accident. It's been the result of policies. Policies can be changed when you commit to a warm, dry house for every New Zealander. No one but the Greens have the courage in this House to say that house prices can't go up forever. No one but the Greens have the intellectual honesty to say that we need a capital gains tax. No one but the Greens have been able to work with both red and blue teams to insulate homes. Who first put a rental war and a fitness on the agenda? The Greens. Who put rental rights on the political agenda? The Greens. Who will stand up for generation rent and get on with building homes? The Greens. The Greens will build a future where home ownership isn't just clickbait, it's the New Zealand home truth.
Carmel Cipollone.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.